Many creators have attempted to attack reaction creators such as Hassan, Asmongold, and XQC. DarkViper is one of those who has tried and failed to attack the reaction content machine.
And Tilo just runs around the entire fucking map to come to O2. I'm like,
sex offender. The answer is 14.
It's 14 pages. It's 14 pages. I know you're a historic shitstar.
DarkViper has written a 14-page document that was a script for a video that he was planning on making about the React grift. In this document, he decides to compare React content to rape by saying, if you meet a reactor at a party, I suggest covering your glass or outright tell them you don't want them to fuck you because they seem keen to take a person's silence for consent. In this document, he mentioned several creators such as Hassan, XQC, Pokimane, Critical, and Disguised Toast. For whatever reason, DarkViper decided not to end up posting the video, decided to meet everyone in the middle and just post the document. DarkViperAU is a GTA 5 speedrunner who has been a massive crusader for the anti-React argument, making an 8-video series about React content titled, Why React Content Harms Everyone. In this series, he tries to make his argument that he made in the aforementioned 14-page document easier to digest. Whether he succeeds at this is ultimately your decision. The drama starts when Critical sees the document and responds to it in a video titled, Are React Streamers Bad People? In which he discusses how React content can actually help actual creators. DarkViper decided to make a 46-minute response titled, The True Harm of React Content, featuring Moist Critical. In this video, he discusses how his diagram wasn't meant to prove his point, and was just meant to explain it.
Detail in that document.
So the claim is completely baseless. I know you drew this diagram, but there's no source here. You're just pulling this out of your ass. I would love to know where you got this data from, if you have that available.
For my old viewers, it's the meme. This is a diagram used to explain a point. You're using diagrams to explain a complex idea you have about reality. I think X represents a general concept of rich people, and Y represents a general concept, these are specific things, of poor people. This diagram, no, it describes my points. It describes it. It describes my point of view. This can't prove anything. It doesn't actually represent real life. No one can be this dumb. So I walk up to a guy and I say, hey man, look, your odds of getting laid are not going up if you play more World of Warcraft. And he's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm like, here's a diagram for you. So your odds of getting laid, see here, on one axis, go down as you play more World of Warcraft. And they look at this and go, oh, I get it now. So what you're saying is you believe that the amount of World of Warcraft that I play is making my odds of getting laid far less. I go, yeah. He's like, well, I still disagree. I'm like, okay, but at least you understand now. So the diagrams that I used in my document were for this purpose. You'd understand my point of view, not prove it. The arguments from my point of view were in the 14 pages of writing. So these diagrams without context, you probably won't understand. But hopefully if you read the document, you'll be like, oh, I see what DarkViper is saying now looking at these two documents.
The difference is there are a lot of numbers and percentages in this diagram, which most likely made Critical think that there was meant to have a source for the numbers. To add on to this, Critical mentions Sniperwolf, a figure who wasn't mentioned in DarkViper's document at all.
Look at someone like Sniperwolf. She's able to do one a day, and she's making, I think, 700 million views a month or something. She is the biggest React channel online, like anywhere on the internet. And what's shocking about DarkViper's document is she's not listed here by name. He only goes with Twitch streamers, even though Sniperwolf does the same thing. So I found that to be weird because that would have been another great point here. But
if you've been paying attention to the recent drama with DarkViper, you would know that Sniperwolf does hold some weight. DarkViper has tried to claim on multiple occasions that Sniperwolf is different from React streamers, saying, keep in mind reactors are not reviewers, analysts, documentarians, expert critics, or video essayists. They are people who present their first experience of a video as content. While I do fully agree that video essayists and other varieties of content creators that he mentioned are not reactors, Sniperwolf does not fucking fall into any of these categories. Well, I don't want to go fully into like the schizo Sniperwolf can of worms. I can fully recommend watching Mutas' videos on this as well as Tom Dark's video on this. Both of these will be linked in the description.
look at someone like Sniperwolf. She's able to do one a day, and she's making, I think, 700 million views a month or something. She is the biggest React channel online, like anywhere on the internet. And what's shocking about DarkViper's document is she's not listed here by name. He only goes with Twitch streamers, even though Sniperwolf does the same thing. So I found that to be weird because that would have been another great point here.
But you've read the document. You know why Sniperwolf's not on there. Keep in mind that reactors are not reviewers, analysts, documentarians, expert critics, or video essayists. They are people who present their first experience of a video as content, doing so with no idea if they have anything of substance to contribute, as they haven't seen the content before. In other words, they present their reaction to something they have not seen, instead of putting actual effort into making something after the fact once they know they have something of value to add. What Sniperwolf makes is technically after the fact. I expressly desired to limit the scope of what I was talking about in the video, because making it too broad would make it far too long. Discussing the viability of using other people's clips or TikToks which don't make any money is a separate question to the one that I'm addressing in that document. Do I like Sniperwolf's content? No. Do I think it's better than Charlie sitting on stream watching YouTube videos? Fuck yes. Technically, Sniperwolf's videos do contain editing and effects and text on screen and shit, and they can remove stuff if they don't think it's very good. Is it probably still exploitative? Hey, maybe I'll make a video on that. Documents about. It's 14.
On March 12th, DarkViperAU posted on Twitter saying, "It's sad that Ethan Klein's announcement of taking an indefinite break from H3H3 was clickbait. As someone who's been incessantly harassed by him for years in front of thousands, he is one of those truly deserving of being driven off of the internet. A bully, beloved by bullies." He attached a video that includes every single time Ethan uses a soundboard clip of him saying 14 pages.
14 pages, somebody said.
Sex offender. The answer is 14.
It's 14 pages. It's 14 pages.
14 pages.
That's right.
14.
14 pages.
14 pages.
Divided by 14.
It's 14 pages.
Because one of my favorite
no.
people on the internet, Dark Viper, 14 pages. You remember this guy?
Ethan responded by saying, "Just a joke, man. Sounds like you haven't even watched my 14 meticulously shot video. 14 minutes. And all you are focusing on is a stupid joke that you take Adderall because your pupils were wider than the margins in your 14-page meticulous essay. Way to poison the well." Ethan in this post is insinuating, quite obviously, that Dark Viper he can't take a joke, which we will see later. Dark Viper then, he posted this as a response. This is a fucking doozy. "Criticism is not, you look funny, your pupils are weird, you look drugged up, and so on. These are insults. Speculations about my health and personal habits are equally not criticism. I did not bring up my illness to stop people from criticizing my work. Because a lot of you have no interest in criticizing my work, you are just insulting me. Using verifiably false things you can confirm are false with ease. With this margins thing, there are two versions of the doc. One which is on Google Docs and one which is on Google Docs Web. Google Docs is just your standard print layout, has the same margins as all standard A4. When pushed to web, it keeps the same page count but fills the rest with white. This web form is suggested by Google for any high traffic doc. You can see the two versions, one from the Twitter link and one from the Discord. While I've not seen H3's content, I assume he has the latter, as it'd be strange, which is strange as I'd assume he'd get it from Twitter. If you do not like my writing, that's fine, but it is written quite well for its purpose. I'm infamously or famously known for my rants, and it largely depends on their target to how well they're received. You can look up my disingenuous, dense motherfucker meme for reference. I was justifiably angry, and I move my hands a lot when I speak. As for lack of references or headings, it was just a draft script or video. Neither of these would naturally exist in such a format. I do have a bachelor's degree, and I'm a great essay writer, perhaps a little biased. Of course he's fucking biased. It's his writing. If you do not like my writing, that's fine. But it is written quite well for its purpose. I think he wrote that twice. Even my references to its length had nothing to do with suggesting 14 pages is insanely long. Merely to exclaim my bafflement that anyone would try to summarize something so that long and so crudely and incorrectly, or to present two sentences as representative from it or of it. While I have little interest in Ethan's ramblings, I do respond to viewers directly when I can. I don't dislike you guys. I understand you like the content you like, and that's fine. Hating strangers is a waste of time, or waste of energy. Something Ethan should have learned by now. Yes, it was somewhat mean of me to poke at him given his current state, but I'm flawed and I couldn't resist. I know you are likely concerned for him, so I will not do so again if I can help it. If you wish to direct others to this post, should they have several similar questions, feel free to do so even if they just want to downvote it. That was a fucking doozy. On February 10th, DarkViperAU posted on Twitter saying, "Here's a 1000 IQ strategy for life. If you don't fucking know anything, don't fucking say anything." I know this would cause H3H3 Productions to shut up for the rest of his life, but there would be absolutely no loss. On the same day, Dark Viper posted again, saying, "Did H3H3 Productions really say I take drugs? What a fucking moron. I have Hashimoto's disease. Am I gonna ask my daughter, or my doctor, how's my medication going to mix with cocaine? I have enough problems in my life. I have half. Then he replied to his post saying, "I have half my comment section yelling at me like a Colombian drug lord crying about free speech." The video must be really fucking pathetic. As we all know, DarkViperAU is a GTA 5 speedrunner, and he was attempting an OHKO, no death run, which in normal person verbiage means that it is a no damage run. This run was a race. Usain Bolt would be proud. Each day, new strats were being developed, new ideas were made, and new Matthew Craig Judge rage clips. And on May 16th, 2021, he had done it. Someone had cracked the code and completed the zero death, no hit run. Unnamed had done it, and Dark Viper was angry. Dark Viper started to ban anyone who posted about it. Dark Viper had also started to lie about Unnamed, saying that Unnamed didn't share strats with him, and that he shared strats with Unnamed. For most people, this wouldn't be an issue, but Dark Viper AU is retarded and needs to use speedrunning as his probationary community service. Now we're into the recent drama. A commentary channel named Chud Logic posted a video that was reacting to Dark Viper's 9-minute video that was titled, "Am I Jealous of Jack's Films? Credit the creators." Chud Logic's video was literally a 30-minute video off of Matt's video. As we know, Matthew took a big insult from Chud's video. So on November 10th, 2023, he tried to strike it. The thing is, YouTube cannot make judgments on fair use as it would harm their safe harbor status. Anyway, Dark Viper is too stupid to fill out the form correctly. He put a bunch of random shit into a striking document. He was citing like a fucking high school research paper. He's putting his credentials back into the email. He was citing parts of fair use law, and you kicked it back because the strike was so bad the bot thought it wasn't serious. Literal only reason we know this is because the bot sent an email to Chud Logic that essentially said that the strike wasn't going to go through, and it copied Chud on all of the emails. After this, Dark Viper spent about 4 or 5 months hiring a lawyer that costed about $3 grand, and said the lawyer took an astronomically long time to get the video struck due to the fact that Matthew's lawyer didn't even submit the form correctly, causing YouTube to continue to get back with an automated response. If we were being completely honest, literally no Dark Viper fans would want to watch Chud's video about it. Nobody would think this is a Dark Viper video, nor would anybody that is interested and agrees with Dark Viper would want to watch the video due to Chud's criticism. 2 months ago, as of writing this, Dark Viper posted a video titled, "How YouTube's copyright blunder sparked a hate campaign against me," in which he tries to argue that a strike went through, by the way, was indeed valid. Carl Jobst is a large speedrunning content creator who makes videos debunking several speedrunning cheaters and general fraudsters in the YouTube speedrunning space. Carl and Matt were friends before the drama between them had started. Matthew had literally met Carl Jobst's wife. For context, Carl Jobst literally is being sued by Billy Mitchell, an arcade high-score cheater who looks like what 11-year-old girls think that John Wick looks like. Dark Viper had blocked Carl on everything after Carl had taken a Starforge PC sponsorship, which would support Asmongold. Keep in mind that Carl Jobst is being sued by Billy Mitchell, and as he said, needed the PC upgrade. To conclude, Dark Viper is very immoral and is going to fuck up copyright for all of us. I've been Sergeant Rex. Have a good day, afternoon, or night, and remember, stay a gamer.